This is a tweet from Adrian Wojnarowski. Nothing special, just another prediction from another sports insider. Except this was over 4 months before Durant signed with the Warriors, long before anyone even considered this turn of events. And he was right. On February 2nd, months before the Warriors had faced off against the Thunder in the playoffs and rumors began to spread about the possibility of KD signing with the Warriors, Adrian Wojnarowski predicted it. Not too long ago, I made a video about the worst predictions in NBA history. And this was fun and all, don't get me wrong. Anytime I can use clips of Stephen A. Smith going absolutely berserk, I'm in.
His very first move as the executive was to sign Lamar Odom, who was on crack!
But anyone can guess something incorrectly. So this time around, we're going to appreciate some of the most unbelievable NBA predictions over the past few years. Predictions that somehow, some way, fans got correct months and sometimes even years in advance. So let's start with this year's MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had a monster season on both ends of the court and proved to NBA fans across the globe that he can and will be the future of the league for years to come. But his dominance wasn't always this obvious, and in fact, it wasn't too long ago that he was just another average player. In the 2016 NBA season, Giannis averaged a solid but relatively modest 16, 7, and 4 a game as a 21-year-old. But that did not stop a writer from Sports Illustrated from making this ridiculous prediction. In the fall of 2016, Andrew Sharp of Sports Illustrated predicted that in the 2019 season, Giannis would average 27, 12, and 8 a night. Well, that was nearly 3 years ago, and wouldn't you know it, this season, Giannis averaged 27, 12, and 6. Almost exactly what Andrew predicted. True NBA fans saw glimpses of a star from a young Giannis, but no one could predict when his dominance would kick in and the exact numbers he would put up. Well, no one except Andrew Sharp. Again, he made this prediction long before Giannis was an MVP hopeful back in 2016. He also predicted in that same exact article that Kevin Durant would prove to be the best player in the world because of performances in the last 3 NBA finals. Sure enough, KD has played in the last 3 finals, won finals MVP in 2 of them, and was the difference maker in this year's finals in the limited minutes he played before getting injured. 2 accurate predictions years before they happened in the same paragraph. And speaking of the NBA Finals, apparently Klay Thompson was having visions of meeting the Toronto Raptors in the finals since he predicted this matchup way back in November.
Yeah, Klay, what do you make of this Toronto team, and with just all the shuffling in the East, where do you see them kind of in that mix?
Right now they're the best, and I expect them to be there for probably throughout the whole season. They got tremendous length, they got so many two-way players, and obviously Kawhi's back and playing at MVP level. Kyle Lowry's a great leader as well as he's a bulldog out there, so it's going to be a great test for us. And who knows, might be a preview of June, but they got something really special up there in Canada right now.
Now, at the time, the Raptors were ranked as a top 5 team in the NBA according to power rankings. They got their season off to a great start, but considering their lack of finals appearances in the past and their very limited chemistry with Kawhi, Klay really must have saw something special in this team long before anyone else. Still, Klay's prediction was nothing, and I mean nothing, compared to what one NBA fan predicted in his school yearbook. Last year, a kid named Lucas Stagliano predicted that the Raptors would win the 2019 NBA Finals in 6 games.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
How did this kid not only know that the Raptors would win the NBA Finals, but also the amount of games it would take them as well? Do you know the astronomical odds of guessing such an event correctly and doing it a year in advance? Keep in mind, this prediction was made before LeBron James joined the Lakers and left the East. This was before Kawhi was traded to the Raptors. As far as us NBA fans knew, last spring the Raptors were not going to the finals anytime soon, let alone winning a championship the very next season in 6 games. Now, this yearbook may be edited, the video may be photoshopped, but I cannot find any further information on this clip, so this is what we got. Some kid who somehow guessed the outcome of the NBA Finals down to the number of games it would take 1 year in advance. Lucas, buddy, my guy, if you're watching this, your boy could use some lottery numbers. I mean, come on, help a brother out. In fact, you may want to lay low for a bit because the government is probably looking for you at the moment to extract some information since apparently you've got a time machine. Now, a prediction that I can 100% confirm its validity is that of Jason Terry back in 2010 when he got a tattoo of the Larry O'Brien trophy or the NBA championship trophy 8 months before winning his first championship. Before the 2010 NBA season even began, during a day of team building, Jason Terry got a big, bold tattoo of the NBA championship trophy on his bicep. Terry had been to the NBA Finals once 5 years prior, had never won an NBA title before, and was seen by his teammates as absolutely crazy for getting this tattoo. Coming into that season, the Dallas Mavericks were not seen as title contenders and were ranked as low as 13th in the preseason power rankings. This would be like someone on the Orlando Magic getting a tattoo of the Larry O'Brien trophy this fall in hopes that he would win one this upcoming season. But I guess Jason Terry's confidence in himself and his team was justified since later on that season the Mavericks won their first championship in franchise history. Now on the other end of the prediction spectrum, we have our good old friend Skip Bayless, a man that makes claims so outlandish that you'd swear he's just trying to piss you off as you sit back not able to do a damn thing about it.
I mean, and what we're saying is, can he right now, at 52 years old,
right here, right now,
beat LeBron one-on-one? I mean, and beyond, come on.
You know, Stephen A.
Oh
Smith,
gosh, don't do this.
You know, he just might.
But I will give credit where credit is due. Back in November of 2015, Skip Bayless predicted that, you ready for this? The Warriors would go 73-9 that season. Yep, that's right. Somehow, Skip Bayless not only predicted that the Warriors would beat the Bulls' record, he also predicted the exact amount of wins and losses they would have. This was a record that most people felt was unbeatable. Only 9 losses in an entire season. It still sounds absurd. But they did it, and Skip Bayless predicted they would do it long before they did. Now, the first prediction I showed in this video was pretty crazy, but what one NBA fan predicted correctly in 2016 is just out of hand. Over 3 years ago, on February 2nd, 2016, a Twitter user by the name of Nostradamus predicted that Kevin Durant would sign with the Warriors in the following offseason and that DeMarcus Cousins would also sign with the Warriors in 2018 in the same tweet. Now, predicting that Kevin Durant would go to the Warriors is absurd enough on its own, but also predicting that DeMarcus Cousins would end up on the Warriors and accurately predicting when he would end up with the Warriors is just scary. Back when this person predicted this, Cousins was still with the Kings, healthy, and was coming off of a month where he averaged 32 and 13 a game. Kevin Durant was seemingly happy with the Thunder. How this guy predicted this turn of events is beyond me, and I'm sure it was shrugged off by everyone, until it came true a couple years later. But a few years before Nostradamus made his prediction, a YouTube channel by the name of The Basketball Joneses was able to correctly pick the team who would receive the #1 pick in the 2011 NBA draft by using a fan, 100 pieces of paper with NBA teams on them corresponding with the odds each team had in the NBA lottery, and a blindfold. On May 17th, 2011, hours before the NBA draft lottery even took place, these guys somehow predicted, or stumbled onto, or whatever you want to call this, the correct team to receive the #1 overall pick in the draft. 100 pieces of paper with different teams and different odds were released. One was caught, and it was the Cavs. 36 days later, Kyrie Irving was selected with the #1 overall pick to the Cavs. Not sure how they did it, nonetheless, impressive. But not as impressive as what one NBA fan did on draft night 2017. In front of NBA executives, NBA draftees, and the NBA commissioner himself, an NBA fan attending the 2017 NBA draft shouted the names of the players to be drafted moments before they were actually drafted.
The Denver Nuggets select Monte Morris from Iowa State University. The New Orleans Pelicans select Edmund Sumner from Xavier University.
Monte Morris was slated to go 54th overall to the Suns, and he was selected 51st to the Nuggets. Edmund Sumner was slated to go 55th overall to the Jazz, and was instead picked 52nd overall to the Pelicans. This fan was not only eerily accurate, he did it in front of some of the most important people in all of basketball. How did this fan know who would get drafted, when they would get drafted, and what team they would get drafted to? How did Andrew Sharp know just how good Giannis would become, when he would become this good, and almost his exact stat line 3 years in advance? How did this guy know where and when KD and Cousins would go? How on earth did this kid know the Toronto Raptors would win the 2019 NBA Finals in 6 games? I just don't get it. It's one thing to throw a guess out there with no context or specifics, but these predictions were spot on, down to the exact players, the exact event, and in some cases, the exact day. What was the craziest accurate prediction you've ever made? Let us know in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. We're doing this every week. And as always, until next time.